What if I told you that avoiding these 7 key mistakes could save your retirement dream?
These mistakes are common but costly. You might already be doing some of them. In this video, we'll walk you through the 7 biggest mistakes, and we're saving the best for last. So stick around.
Let's start with number 1, underestimating healthcare cost. Ang sarap mag-retire, di ba? No more going to work, no alarm clocks. It starts great. Pero what if suddenly a medical issue arises? And hindi siya covered ng Medicare or insurance? Isa sa pinakamalaking pagkakamali ng maraming retirees is underestimating healthcare cost. Sa US kasi, healthcare expenses can take a huge chunk of your retirement fund. Medicare kasi doesn't cover everything, at ang insurance, ang mahal, hundreds of dollars monthly. Kailangan mo pa rin i-consider yung factors like needing a private healthcare plan for checkups and like potential long-term care. Kaya ang tip namin, magtabi na ngayon pa lang for healthcare. Mag-research ng insurance options in both the US and the Philippines. At dapat, laging may nakaset aside na emergency funds, specifically for health-related costs. Kasi hindi mo alam kung kailan mo kakailanganin yon. So don't wait until it's too late. Diba sabi nga nila, better prepared than sorry.
Mistake number 2, failing to adjust spending habits. Alam nyo, maraming retirees ang hindi ready mag-adjust sa bagong lifestyle pagdating nila sa retirement. You might think that because you've been living a certain way for years, you can continue on the same path. But it doesn't work like that. Pero guess what? Nagbago na ang income. So dapat mag-adjust din ang spending nyo. If you spend the same amount or mas malaki pa kaysa nung nagtatrabaho ka, mabilis mo maubos ang retirement savings mo. You can enjoy life, pero you have to be within a realistic budget. Kailangan nyo mag-set ng priorities and track your expenses. Ganun lang kasimple para hindi ka ma-stress later.
Mistake number 3, overlooking inflation. Isa sa mga nakakalimutang factor ng maraming retirees is inflation. Di mo kasi nakikita ang effect ng inflation agad pero it slowly eats away your savings. Kahit feeling mo enough ang savings mo, tataas at tataas ang presyo ng pagkain, renta at healthcare. Example, alam niyo ba kaka-grocery lang namin ni Haven and we spent $26 for a few items lang at sale pa to. I'm sure in 10 years, $35 na to or even more. That's why it's important na ang savings and investments mo naka-align din sa inflation. Kung naglalagay ka lang ng pera sa savings account na may malit na interest, it's not enough. And also, hindi rin pwede yung nasa ilalim lang ng una nakatago ang pera ninyo. That's why you need to invest in things like high-yield savings, stocks, mutual funds, or real estate that can grow your money over time. Kaya, don't ignore inflation. It's something you cannot control, pero you can prepare for it.
Mistake number 4, not having an emergency fund. Walang emergency fund? Naku, this is one of the biggest mistakes ng mga retirees. A lot of retirees only depend on their retirement savings at walang nakaset aside ng money for unexpected expenses. Pero life is unpredictable, hindi ba? Alam nyo na, the roof might need repairs, your car might break down, or you could face sudden medical expenses. Kung wala kayong emergency fund, you might be forced to dip into your retirement savings, which is something you definitely want to avoid. Ideally, kailangan nyo ng 6 to 12 months worth of living expenses saved in an account na madaling i-access. Ito yung mga liquid accounts like high-yield savings, CDs, mutual funds, and health savings accounts. It's important to understand na yung emergency fund isn't for planned expenses. It's specifically for those unforeseen situations na hindi natin ine-expect.
Mistake number 5, neglecting long-term care plans. Isa pa sa malaki at madalas na nakakalimutan ng retirees ay yung long-term care planning. Alam nyo ba na 70% of people over 65 will need some form of long-term care. I'm sure marami nagsasabi na, hindi ko kailangan yan. Pero we don't control the aging process. Lahat tayo tatanda and for sure kakailanganin natin ng assistance sa daily activities. Sa US, nursing homes and assisted living facilities can cost from $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Grabe, no? And even if you plan to move back to the Philippines, where healthcare is more affordable, it's like a fraction of a cost ng, compared sa cost dito sa US, long-term care still requires a significant budget. Kaya, don't assume na kung magkasakit ka, may laging available na family member to take care of you. Kailangan yung magplano, whether through long-term care insurance or setting aside a dedicated fund for those needs. Maganda rin yung pag-usapan nyo ng family kung ano magiging arrangement. Minsan mahirap talaga pag-usapan, lalo na pagtatanungin nyo, sino mag-aalaga sa akin? Pero it's essential na conversation.
Mistake number 6, overcommitting to family obligations. Now, let's talk about something close to the heart. Alam natin na it's important for us Filipinos ang tumulong sa family natin. Pero dapat may boundaries, di ba? A lot of us gusto natin tumulong sa pamilya. But one of the biggest mistakes retirees make is overcommitting to family obligations. While working, okay lang magbigay. Pero kapag nag-retire ka na, you have to set boundaries. You need to protect your own financial security. Hindi lahat ng needs ng family mo ay kaya mong sagutin. For example, if you continue to help your kids or your relatives or even yung mga friends mo, you'll end up with no retirement funds for your future. It's great to help, but you need to plan your generosity. Set financial boundaries with your family so that it doesn't affect your long-term security. Ang goal is not to feel guilty for saying no, but to protect your own future. Remember, support your loved ones pero always within your means. Sabi nga nila, you can't pour from an empty cup.
And finally, the big one, skipping estate planning. Ito ang biggest mistake na we saved for last. Maraming retirees ang ayaw gawin to kasi uncomfortable daw. Pero napaka-importante nito. Kung wala kang will or trust, pwedeng magtagal ang pag-process ng pag-transfer ng assets mo sa iyong family when you pass on. The last thing you want is for your family to fight over your assets or face legal issues like probate dahil hindi ka nagplano. Estate planning isn't just about who gets what, but also about naming guardians for minor children or making healthcare decisions in case na incapacitated ka na. Start the process early. Pwede mo gawin to on your own with the help of online services like LegalZoom, Trust and Will, Nolo, and Rocket Lawyer. Nagbibigay sila ng step-by-step guides and templates kaya masusundan mo ang process. Kung medyo complex naman ang estate mo, you can take the time to have a conversation with the lawyer and ensure na yung estate mo is handled smoothly according to your wishes. Kayo, meron na ba kayo naka-ready na will or living trust? Kasi kami meron na. Kevin and I think that this is a great topic that is very, very important. Kaya we'll dive deeper into this on our next vlog, so watch out for it.
Retirement isn't just about saving money. It's about protecting your future.
Avoiding these mistakes give you the freedom to enjoy life without financial stress. Alam niyo ba, these mistakes are not set in stone. So starting today, you can fix it and you can still avoid it.
So which of these mistakes are you guilty of? Share your comments on the section below.
So thank you for watching, and if you learned something from our video today, please give us a thumbs up, and if you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe, and
Hit the notification bell.
again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next vlog.
Okay, bye.